students, today we will correct our homework on Unit 1, Modifying Statements, exercises 1 to 3, page numbers 5 to 7. Exercise 1. We had to rewrite the sentences without changing the meaning. Now, people could be living on the moon before 2030. Number 2, it is likely that pollution is a cause of global warming. We may write that, or even if we don't write that, the sentence is correct. So, it is likely that pollution is a cause of global warming. Number 3, more and more drinking water may have to be obtained from sea water. Answer is may. It is unlikely that the price of petrol will increase this month. Now, most of the mistakes were in this sentence because we have started our sentence with it is unlikely. Now, it is unlikely means the negative or not, and that is why we will not repeat or write not again. So please remember, because we have already made the sentence negative, by starting with unlikely, we do not have to write not again. Number 5, I think is very clear. Bad eating habits can result in obesity. Reducing the price of public transport could result in fewer cars on the road. Number 7, having more police officers on the streets might reduce the number of crimes committed. Some of the children wrote the spelling of committed wrong. Now, students, please remember, the sentences and words that are already given in your books cannot be written wrongly. You have to see and copy them correctly. Number 8, joining clubs and society such as the Scouts probably helps children develop their social skills and sense of civic responsibility. Now, exercise 2. We had to use approximates like around, almost, just over, just under. Now, these words mean that they are not exact, they are approximates. Number 1, 698. It is nearly 700. Nearly means almost. So we could have used even almost in this first one, but because we were given the approximates to be used only once, we have used them only once. But for 698, we could have written nearly 700 or just under 700 or almost 700. Now, number 2, most of the mistakes were here. After 999, there is not a decimal, it is a comma. So, we have to write just under 10 lakhs, and 10 lakhs make a million. So, we could have written just under a million. Number 3, 74.68%. Because it is more than 0.5, we know in mathematics, we round the figure and we can write 75 as well. So that is why we have written almost 75%. Now 6002, that means they are just 2 digits more than 6000. So we have written just over. Now 48 to 51%, we have written around. We have to write around 50%. 50% is not written, children, please take care. Write around 50% because it is just a little more than 50 and just a little below 50, that is 48%. Exercise 3, page number 7, we just had to write just over a third, just under 40%, approximately 10%, less than a tenth, which most of the students did correctly, except they did not, or some of them did not take care of J capital, because it is the beginning of a sentence, and in number 3 approximately A capital at the beginning of a sentence. Some of the children are not putting a full stop at the end of a sentence. Please do that. Now, there's another thing that we need to remember, and that is your handwriting. Now, when we do handwriting, there are reasons why we need to take care of handwriting. Now, while writing, we are having problem with connecting letters. The first one, if you see O, alphabet O, if we write, then it ends on top. For instance, let us write O. Now, if we write O, the letter O ends up. So, the next alphabet should begin from up. Now, if we see IE, now in IE, I ends down, so E begins down. We don't have to lift the pen. If we lift the pen, it will slow down our speed. Now see back. B, A, C and K. Now in back, because B ends up, we start the alphabet A from top. A ends down, so we begin C down. And that is why what happens, children, that our speed becomes very, very less. Now why should we write cursive? We write cursive so that we can get speed. Now while writing exams, we have a problem that we are not able to complete our examination on time. And the reason is because we do not have speed and we are lifting the pen again and again. Now there is a small grammatical mistake that we make when we are talking about exams. If somebody asks you, what have you been doing? You say, I have been giving an exam. The word give is wrong because we don't give an exam. We take an exam. You take it from your teacher and you write it. So the teacher gives an exam and we take an exam. So for practice, some words that we could write are body, bow or bow, right, wrote, violent. Why have we taken these words? Because there are certain words that begin or in between when B, O, V and W come. We have a problem in connecting the next letter because these letters end up. So we can take care of these. Now there's another word that I have used now, bow and bow. Now bow, this is bow. And bow, if you have seen in a suit, when the male or the gents wear a bow here, that is called a bow. So you can have a bow like this, that is bow, and when you bow, this is bow. So please take care of the pronunciation of these words. Thank you.